If being yourself has cost you family, friendships, safety, belonging, or the ease of moving through the world without explaining yourself, then Pride Month can bring up more than celebration. Coming out is often treated like one brave moment, but for many queer and trans people, it keeps happening in ordinary rooms: a new job, a doctor's appointment, a family conversation, a form with boxes that do not fit, a casual assumption from someone who means no harm, but still places the decision back in your hands. Do you correct them? Do you explain? Do you stay quiet? Do you have the energy to be known today? That is the part people do not always see. The exhausting part is not being yourself. The exhausting part is constantly deciding how much of yourself is safe to reveal. During Pride Month, there can be a lot of focus on visibility, celebration, and being unapologetically yourself. Those things matter. They can be beautiful, powerful, and necessary. But if pride also makes you tired, there may be a reason. Pride can bring up the pressure to be open, confident, educational, patient, joyful, and brave, even when your nervous system is asking for rest. There is a hidden mental load in repeated self-disclosure. Every time someone assumes the wrong name, pronoun, partner, role, body, history, or identity, you may have to do a quick risk assessment. Is this person safe? Is this moment worth it? Will correcting them turn into a conversation I do not have the capacity for? Will staying silent make me feel smaller later? That split-second calculation may look invisible from the outside, but it uses real energy. This is why coming out can feel less like one door you walked through and more like a door you keep having to open. Even when you are proud, even when you know who you are, even when shame is not the problem, the repetition can wear you down. You are not only sharing information, you are managing safety, other people's comfort, your own privacy, and the hope of being seen accurately. So the first practical step is to separate your truth from your availability. Your identity is real, whether you explain it today or not. You can be proud and still private. You can be honest without giving everyone the full story. You can care about visibility while also deciding that some moments, some people, and some rooms do not get more of you than you are able to offer. A useful tool is a disclosure map. Imagine 3 circles. The inner circle is for people who have earned access to more of your truth because they respond with care, respect, and steadiness. The middle circle is for people who can know basic information, but not your more tender feelings. The outer circle is for people who may receive a simple correction, a boundary, or nothing at all. This is not hiding. This is choosing. A co-worker may need the correct name, but not the history behind it. A relative may need a boundary, not another emotional debate. A stranger may not need access to you at all. Not everyone gets the same version of your story, because not everyone has shown the same capacity to hold it. It can also help to prepare a few sentences before you need them. When you are already tired, finding words is harder. You might say, "I'm not discussing that today," or "I need you to respect this, even if you don't fully understand it," or "That's not something I explain casually." If you're choosing closeness with someone safer, you could say, "I'm telling you this because I want to be more known, not because I want to debate who I am." These sentences are not scripts you have to perform perfectly. They are handrails. They give you somewhere to place your voice when the moment becomes uncomfortable. A boundary does not make you unkind. It helps you stay connected to yourself while you decide how much energy the situation deserves. There is also a kind of guilt that can come after choosing silence. You might wonder if you betrayed yourself by not correcting someone. You might replay the moment later and think, why didn't I just say it? But safety and authenticity are not always simple choices. Sometimes silence is self-protection. Sometimes speaking is self-respect. The goal is not to choose the bravest option every time. The goal is to choose with more awareness and less shame. Pride does not have to mean being available for every question. It does not have to mean turning your life into a lesson. This month can be a chance to ask, what kind of pride actually supports me right now? The answer might be public celebration, but it might also be rest. It might be one honest conversation, one boundary, one community space, one outfit that feels more like you, or one decision to stop explaining yourself to someone who has already shown they are not listening. Pay attention to where you feel less edited. Notice the people and places where your body does not brace as much. Who makes room for your name, your pronouns, your uncertainty, your history, or your joy without treating you like a debate? Those are the places to water. Belonging grows where more of you can exist without constant translation. For this week, choose one self-honoring action. Make a boundary sentence. Reach out to one safer person. Look for one queer or trans space that feels grounded rather than performative. Write down what you no longer want to explain to people who are not listening. Or choose one place where you will let yourself be a little more real. Coming out may never be only one moment, but you still get choices inside the repetition. You get to decide who receives your truth, what stays private, when explanation is worth your energy, and what kind of pride helps you stay close to yourself. Before you go, come back to the room you're in. Let your shoulders drop if they can, and take one slow breath. You do not have to make yourself easier to understand in this moment. You only have to let yourself exist here, exactly as real as you are. I'm glad you were here.